Greetings, friends. We're back in the shop. It's been quite some time since I've been here. Let's just hit the ground running and make something. So the last time I was in the shop, I was working on this cutting board, which was about 2.5 weeks ago. It's now basically done. I'm applying some cutting board oil to it, and it's soaking it up. As soon as it's done soaking it up, I'll put the rubber feet on it, and that'll be done. But I've got the cutting board bug, and I'm thinking I'm gonna build another one, a bigger and badder one, just because I want to. So let's get started on that. I pulled this piece of hard maple out of my stockpile a couple weeks ago. It's been sitting in here the whole time. It's acclimating. This will make up the bulk of the cutting board, and then we'll pepper in some interesting wood along the way. But I want the majority of it to be hard maple because maple tends to not be very porous, and that's just better suited for cutting boards. Well, this is a good start. We'll add some more species of wood in here just to give it some pop. But this gives it a nice base with this maple to move forward. So the majority of the board has already been taken care of. We'll add just maybe another 3 or 4 inches. It's gonna be quite thick. So there is that. Howdy!
I was definitely not stingy on the glue. Yeah. It looks pretty terrible right now with all this glue that's squeezed out, but yeah, we're gonna change that here real quick. It gets worse before it gets better. All right, we're gonna send it through the planer now. I've got the 3 1/4 horse Makita loaded with a bullnose bit. So there you go. Little finger cutouts for the bottom side. I'll do another one on the other side and then we'll finish the edge profiling. Well, this is the aftermath of using a router. It gets everywhere. Anyway, we will pick up on the sanding when I'm almost done. There's no point in forcing you to watch all of that. That would be insane. This is just your standard mineral spirits. Basically is a magnet for dust. So gets the dust off the surface and also gives you an idea of what it'll look like once it's oiled, which I would say is going to look pretty nice. Ooh. All right, so this will soak through overnight, and tomorrow I will apply more of the cutting board oil, and I would say by the end of tomorrow, she'll be ready. All right, for the last couple days, I've been soaking the cutting board with this board oil here, and now I'm just gonna follow up with this board conditioner. And that's basically mineral oil infused with beeswax, and that's going to help clog up the pores of the wood and not allow like food juices to permeate down into the board and then like go funky on you. So that's the last thing you want to happen to your cutting boards. So I'm just going to drizzle some of this on the top here. We don't really need a whole lot. And I'm just going to massage it into the wood. All right, just a couple minutes later, I'm just going to wipe off the excess now. Over the next week or so, it'll start to dry out a bit, and it'll kind of come to its natural sheen. The future owner will just need to periodically put some board conditioner on there just to keep it slightly damp. That'll keep the board from splitting in half from grain movement, and also keeps it food safe, which is of utmost importance. So let me know in the comments what you think about this one. I've enjoyed making it, as always. I love making cutting boards. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.